Hi folks, hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day. So, the last video talking about immensely blessed, yes. I just listened to a song by the Bee Gees called Alone. And it was on one of my playlists of my mix or whatever on YouTube of music. And I was going to delete it. Then I heard, I think it was Robin Gibb, his little bit in that song. I thought, oh, I can't delete that. That is phenomenal. What a voice that man had. Talk about angelic. But again, you think about how blessed we are. If you only think about music, if you were born 400, 600, 800 years previous, what would you have had? You might have had Mozart. You might have had, something like that. You might have. But then again, would you have been in an area where you could have heard him? Only if you were rich and powerful. If you weren't, then no. Most people heard nothing in the area of music. Yeah, there might have been one person who had a harp. But again, you would have to be incredibly wealthy to have a harp or a piano or any musical instrument. It's not as if they had guitars in, is it really? Or organs or anything like that. It didn't. Look at what we have now. If you look at the fact that people have everything now compared to what they had then, there's a reason. Back in, say the 1400s, might go back to the 1400s, that sort of time. If I would have been alive in the 1400s and God had told me then what he's telling me now, and I'd offer that to people, people would receive it immediately. They wouldn't muck about. You know why? Because they've got nothing to lose. That's the reason. They've got nothing to lose. When you have everything, if I was to offer someone, well, basically, early on, what I realised early on is that if the devil said to me that he would give me everything that anyone else would want, the most beautiful woman, all the money in the world, the best houses, the best cars, everything a human being could possibly desire, that he would give me that if I gave up this relationship with God and went back to who I was and how I was in 2020, I would say no. No way, shape or form. And the reason why is because I had nothing. Yeah? I still had the colonies at that point in time. But that was only shortly before they were taken away. I had neighbours who were trying to get me to hit one of them, so I'd go to prison. Yeah, I had all of that. I had that blinking nightmare. Where every night in 2020, I was going to bed, imagining that I could get a van and kidnap both of them, take them to a woods somewhere, miles and miles and miles away, find a hut or build a hut there first, keep them in that hut until the day they die, and every day go there and torture them. That's how much I hated those people. Those two people. That's how much I hated those people. I didn't just want to, do this, that and the other. Someone even suggested that I get a load of tyres, put a load of tyres in my place and set it alight while they're in here. At night time to burn them to death. No, that wasn't good enough. No, I won't do that. Not good enough. It would have to be worse. That's where I was at that point in time. Right? It was bad. But that was all a part of God breaking me. Yeah. Yeah. On that day that the video happened with me supposedly throwing a dog down the stairs, it was partly because of the fact I've got a neighbour next door who she was letting her dog attack mine. They were sitting there watching their dog attack mine. Enjoying it. And so with those two, because they ran out to the car, I had to carry them across the garden. Because I couldn't just let them walk across the garden and run back to the car all the time. Because she lets her dog out, her dog's attack. Those two, they could run out on the road and get killed. So no, I was bloody annoyed with everything else that was going on. And so therefore I was turning the dogs off as I was walking them back, because they wouldn't come out of the car when I called them. I called them back, they wouldn't come. I called them back about 10 times, they wouldn't blink and come, so they were being a bit naughty. But because I was turning them off, I was pretending to be angry, but I wasn't angry. I was pretending to be angry so that they would take notice and learn. And because it was on video, it looked bad. Because, on the video, they could hear me telling the dogs off. And it sounded like I was angry, so therefore, it looked bad. Okay. God wanted all that to happen. God brought me to a point where I had nothing. Nothing at all. Where even the family I'd had been taken away from me. And then he offered me everything. From that. He offered me to be rich, super rich, spiritually. And at that point in time, I had nothing to lose. When I've said before, there was no way that I could refuse that. There wasn't any way at all that I could refuse it. Now, why? I don't know. I can't see the big picture. But I know that I was supposed to, that this was always going to happen. That before I was born, it was decided that I would be receiving this. Yeah. It was decided that I'd have the experience I had leading up to this. So there was no way, shape or form I could ever say no. That when God offered, I had nothing to lose. So therefore I said, yeah, whatever. Because there was nothing else. But for so many people right now, they have everything because they have everything. When you offer them God, why would they want it? And so right now, it is about choice. Right now, as the last days are fast approaching, it is very, very much about choice. Now, even people in church, they have safe space church. And so, right now, again, for them, it's about choice. Are they going to be willing to let go of that safe space and have God? Where it isn't so safe. Because they know that if you have God, what do you have? You have persecution. Right? Yeah. Yeah. When you have God, then you have people going against you. Because you start speaking truth and people don't like it. If I get banned from most of the churches because I speak truth, imagine what would happen to the churches if they spoke truth. What would be their reality? Would the world still love them? Would the world still be pleased that they were there and not against them? If I was in churches saying nothing, saying no truth, the people in church would love me. They would love me. If I was just there, agreeing with everything they say and saying, oh yeah, well done, well done, well done, well done, all that sort of stuff, they would love that. Absolutely love it. But the reality is, because instead of that I spoke truth, they don't want that in any way, shape or form. So, you choose. Now, the fact that you have everything, and now God is giving people that chance to have a relationship with Him, a proper relationship with God, an amazing relationship. People need to choose. And now, there is a choice. This or that. So I wish people well. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.